how's everybody? I hope you're all well. We are here on our little blacked out ms250 that we had resurrected. I would have called this a junk pile saw. It was a bunch of parts that had been robbed off of it. Cylinder was scored. I honestly think it was even locked up when I first got it here, but with, you know, a few farmer tech parts and, you know, a new piston and things, we brought her back to life a lot cheaper than you could buy one of these new. These things are going anywhere from like $400 to upwards of $400 now, which is crazy. They are always like a $299 power saw, but I like it. I think it turned out real nice, real slick. I did have a video where I'd made some cuts with it, and the thing does have what little port work you can do. Ain't much you can do. You don't really want to raise the exhaust roof. Intake timing on them's maxed about as far as I would go, although this one ended up being more than any one I'd ever seen. I think a lot of it was due to the piston that I put in it. I think the exhaust roof on it was like 96, 97 or so. Intake maybe 82. I don't remember where I set the uppers, but I do remember grinding on the uppers some. There is a video showing where I'd originally got it running, I think, but not what this is about. Completely off topic. Saw is hard to start. It's floody. You shut it off, it'll flood. I am hoping the culprit is the Farmer Tech carburetor I put on it. That's what this is. We're going to get into a carburetor swap here, and if you're just looking at this for the repair, you'll have to forgive me for going into detail on the port work and everything if that don't interest you at all, but these saws generally don't need anything. A muffler mod, retune the carb. I done one here where I went into it and done a bunch of port work and ended up getting like 15% over where it was at. They're like one of the little factory hot rod saws is what I'm getting at. They run pretty good out of the box. Most people that own them know that. I know there was a batch of them at one point in time that were recalled, and honestly, what I seen they done with them was they went in and raised the center of the exhaust roof. Could have been more things they done, but I've had a bunch of these things here in the shop. This is the only one of my own I've owned, really. For some reason I had trouble locating an empty magnetic tray, so I'm going to set those nuts there and hope they don't get lost. Yeah, it's either 8mm or 5/16. Either one will fit it. Get the air filter off first, and then we'll get the choke lever off. And there really ain't much hold these things on there. Fitting them studs really tight. I highly doubt it had anything to do with the issues of the saw. It's wet in there from where the thing's been flooding. Usually those things come right out, like all of this, super easy. There we go. I've been working on the new saw shop. It may just be it. I may just be wore out, but I doubt it. Just grab, pop up out. Just make sure I ain't got a ton of tank pressure. And slide it back out of there. Fuel line off. Carburetor out of there. Alright, got our carburetor from the Duke. I've really not had an issue with any of his carburetors. The one that I did, he just put me one right back in the mill and sent another one. That's what I consider good customer service. We'll get it all the way back in. There we go. There we go. If our throttle rod will stay on where we can get it locked in. It just sits back in that little groove and just snaps back in. You guys, I hope, seen that. And our fuel line, we'll try to wrestle with it. Alright, fuel line's on. I think she's tucked down out of the way good. Throttle rod on. Next is that choke lever. That choke rod. It has a place that it goes into and the master control switch, and then it goes into there. Let's see if she's gonna work. We might have it wrong. No, it's right. Alright. Now we need to put our wiring back in. One last try here. We're good. Master control switch. Everything's working. Choke's working. Fuel line on. Well, you guys can see it down in there. Maybe not. But now we get to wrestle with the air filter and try to put it back on. Shouldn't be no wrestling to it, honestly. It should just go right on. And well, it did just push on, but you guys heard it had a little bit of, at least a little bit of resistance. That's okay, whatever. If we've got to wiggle it off of there with a screwdriver or something the next time we do it. Hopefully we don't have to do it again. Hopefully that fixed this issue. You never know with this stuff though. The only thing I'm not liking is how the fuel line's laying in there. It's kind of laying the way it's supposed to, but a lot of the times with daggone aftermarket lines are longer than they should be. The 026 and 260 ones are, well, a lot of the times when you buy an aftermarket line or even a new line for an 026, it's one for a 260. You can make them work, but sometimes they do have to be trimmed. This may need trimmed itself, but I think it's okay. I have ran the saw, like I said, once it started up, it ran fine. It just kind of acted real floody. But anyway, I'm going to put the rear cover back on it. It'd be cool if the tune-up on that thing was right where we needed it to be. And just like when you took it off, that master control's got to be all the way at the bottom before that can go on. Anyway, maybe that'll help someone. The remove and replace videos seem to do really good, like over time. That's why I do them. Just to try to help people. If I look and there's been 5,000-6,000 people watch a how-to, that makes me feel better about putting it up. I don't strive to get 1,000 views overnight. Most of the time I want to do something that's going to help someone over time. It's just me. But we'll see how this thing, see if it fires up. Already better than it was. Someone had asked about if I'd muffler modded it in one of the test cut videos. The way I do these, this one was missing that front deflector. Like whatever, I've got deflectors I can tack on it. I'll usually you've got a baffle inside like a cage, and what I'll do, I'll cut the top portion of that out. However you do it, that's up to you, but I'll cut that top portion out, and then I'll come in up here and open up this top section of the muffler. And even with the factory deflector, they sound real nice, but this deflector is somewhat bigger. And it's not like it's a straight shot out of the exhaust port if that's what you're thinking. It does have to go up and come out. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank everybody for watching. Y'all have a good one.